What's good? So, hip hop news episode 10. 50 Cent Tracklist has leaked for Animal Ambition. It dropped June 3rd or whatever, so it got like 11 joints on there. You got Yo Gotti, Trey Songz, Kid, Jadakiss, Mr. Probs, Gordon Banks, Prodigy, and Styles P on there, you know what I mean? A couple of tracks already been out, like Hold On, I heard that. Pilot, I know he put out. Smoke, he put out. I think Every Time I Come Around, he put that shit out. What's another one I think he put out? Whatever, them all the ones that I heard. You know, it's been a minute since he actually dropped the album. His last album was November 9th, 2009 with Before I Self-Destruct, and that shit went gold. His first album, Get Rich or Die Trying, dropped February 6, 2003. I think it sold between 12 and 13 million copies. The Massacre dropped March 5th, 2005, 2 years later from his first album. I think it did 11 or 12 million. His third album, which dropped September 7, 2011. So y'all see that gap? From The Massacre to Curtis, he took like, what, 6 years off? That's crazy. And then from Curtis to Before I Self-Destruct, I think I said that shit wrong. Curtis didn't drop in 2009. I think Curtis dropped 2009, and Before I Self-Destruct dropped 2011, because it had been 5 years. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. 2009. I guess I just figured it wrong. Y'all get what I'm saying, but Curtis dropped the same year that Kanye dropped Graduation. You know what I'm saying? So that had to be like, what, 2008? Something like that. So I said that wrong. So September 7, 2007, 2008, around that time. But Curtis did basically 1.3 million, which some considered a flop. Before I Self-Destruct, like I said, went gold. So you can see from his beginning of his career that his album sales have declined a lot since The Massacre. His last album didn't even reach platinum success. So at the end of the day, that shit crazy. And this only his, what, 5th album? You know, 50 been in the game for a cool minute, and this only his 5th album. You know, what do I think about it leaking the track list? Of course, the album go leak, of course. We already know that. You know, it dropped June 3rd. I say it dropped. It may leak sometime in the middle of next month. From what I hear, it's kind of back to the old 50. You know, he ain't with Major anymore. He went independent route, which is okay. So, you know, mainly he'll see more proceeds off that joint. But I don't know, man, to say that, you know, people he had problems with, like he grew out of it, like Jadakiss and Styles P. Y'all know he had issues with the locks. Prodigy, he really didn't have problems with. He was signed to G Unit once upon a time. And the biggest one that shocked me was Yo Gotti. You know, I was like, wow, like he reached out to Yo Gotti. So, you know, 50 spoke some good things about Yo Gotti and everything like that. But at the end of the day, 11 tracks, I think, and we heard half of them. This has to have a deluxe edition. You know what I'm saying? He needs to give back. He should do another thing where he throw a movie out there, you know, with the project. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you got to have some kind of buzz for people to buy the album. Because it's been a minute since he dropped the album, like years. And I don't think 50 is really, you know, hot out here like that. You know what I mean? As Charlamagne would say, he cold, you know, lightweight. I fuck with a couple of the tracks that he dropped. That Funeral joint was the problem. Hold On, that's my shit. You know what I mean? But I don't think he really need no kind of controversy to sell this album, because he's been doing that a lot, taking jabs at Diddy, Ross, you know, using a social media platform. It was even said, you know, through Hip Hop DX, you know, website, that if Jay-Z would have helped Ja Rule try to, you know, pick his career back up, he could have won at Jay. And to me, that made no sense when he threw a lot of jabs at Jay-Z. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it started to see that 50, when he tried to bait people, it didn't really work no more. You know, he even trying to polish off Rick Ross and bring that shit back up. But at this point, I don't really think that really matters at this point. I don't think nobody want to hear Rick Ross and 50 Cent go back and forth again. You know what I mean? I would want to see 50 Cent kind of go at somebody on a younger type pace. Like somebody like, I know y'all gonna have something to say about it, but I like to see him go at somebody like Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Or like Drake, or somebody, Wale, somebody along the lines where they not really fucking with the whole battle rap beefing back and forth shit, but just to start some kind of controversy, throw a shot at J. Cole or something like that. You know what I mean? Something different than the norm. But as far as what I think about this album, I'm gonna buy it. Of course, I bought, like, out of all his albums, I bought The Massacre, I bought Before I Self-Destruct, and I'm gonna buy this one. I haven't seen Curtis I have seen Get Rich or Die Trying. I'm gonna go back and get that because that is a classic. I'm gonna go back and grab that. I like to have the whole collection of people joints. So at the end of the day, I only got to get 2 albums. Basically 3. I want to buy The Massacre over because I let my brother use it. He ended up losing it. I bought the re-release of it with the DVD with a visual for every song, but I want the original The Massacre and Get Rich or Die Trying and Curtis. So that's 3 more albums I'm looking for to buy. Easily can go on Amazon and get them or wherever. But yeah, man, I just think that 50 gonna do pretty cool. I don't think it's gonna be a platinum success because he's not in that bracket to me no more to be a platinum artist. That's just me being honest. But at the end of the day, it'll show that if 50's still relevant because he's doing so many other things as far as business wise. Sometimes it's easy to step back like Jay do. Jay drop an album when he want to, step away from it, doing other shit. It's just for fun. I think 50 at the bracket where as far as his money wise concerned, he can just do an album just for the fuck of it. That's just my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the track list. Who would you like have had to see on the album? And will you be buying it or listening to the leak? It's your boy. I'm out.